welcome back to the channel. I'm Trav in the Bush, a bird photographer from British Columbia, Canada, and today I got 5 tips for you on how to shoot birds in Overcast Light. Before we get started, I just gotta say that Overcast Light is my favorite light to shoot birds in. The main reason being is because it's stress-free and just fun. And that's one of my most favorite things with bird photography, is just when it's fun. Overcast Light, there's just not much thinking involved. You can just snap a photo of a bird, there's no crazy shadows, there's no crazy highlights. It's just kind of flat, and to some people it's boring, but I love it. It's just fun for just going out and just taking photos, which is what we love to do here. We love to just get nice photos of birds, and that's why I love Overcast Light. It is especially great if you're traveling. I recently did a trip to Australia, and I had tons of overcast days, and when I'm traveling, I just like to capture photos of the bird. When you're doing a lot of traveling, you don't really have a lot of time to get really creative. Sometimes you just get to see a really unique bird and you just want to capture it, and that's what Overcast Light is great for. Just capturing nice perched birds, nice portraits. Anyway, today I got 5 tips for you on how to capture birds in Overcast Light. Tip number 1 is to look for even or nice thick cloud cover. We don't want the sun around. The sun, we want it gone. We want nice thick cloud cover so we can't even tell where the sun is. The main reason for this is because we want to be able to shoot from any direction. If the sun is poking out a little bit, then we got to think a little bit about where we're shooting from, which angle is best, because we want the sun behind us. But on an overcast day, if the sun is nice and covered, that gives us the ability to shoot from any direction. This is because the clouds cover the sun and it acts as a diffuser, giving us the freedom to shoot from any direction, which again, causes less thinking, which makes it more fun. And actually, this ability to shoot from any direction gives you more creative freedom. You're able to shoot from any direction, not a whole lot of thinking, and you just have way more fun with it. Tip number 2 is to take advantage of softer backgrounds. Overcast conditions reduce the contrast in your backgrounds. In simpler terms, this means that the background won't have harsh highlights or shadows, and it'll appear less distracting and softer. This helps your bird subject stand out more clearly in the shot. Tip number 3 is to maximize feather detail. The absence of harsh highlights and deep shadows on overcast days makes it easier to capture that beautiful feather detail. This is especially important for birds that may have black feathers, where it's so easy to lose the detail, or white feathers where it is so easy to blow out the highlights. So on an overcast day where we don't have to deal with the highlights and the shadows, it's a great opportunity to capture feather detail. For tip number 4, I recommend focusing on perched birds and portraits. Overcast light is going to make everything a bit darker, which means we're going to be using slower shutter speeds, wider apertures, and higher ISOs. This makes it a lot more difficult to capture fast action or birds in flight, but it's perfect for capturing portraits or perched birds. Use the softer and darker light to your advantage to take close-up portraits of birds and capture that nice feather detail. Save shooting fast action or birds in flight on days with better light, and on overcast days, go out and capture some beautiful portraits. And tip number 5 is to focus on songbirds or just birds that are in the forest. Sunlight filtering through the trees can often create harsh patches of light and shadow. Overcast light eliminates this problem, giving you smooth, even light throughout the forest. Songbirds especially look amazing in this light, as it highlights both the bird and its natural surroundings, without the distraction of bright spots or dark shadows. Now some of you may be wondering, well, why specifically songbirds or forest birds? What's wrong with shooting other types of birds in overcast light? Well, as a bonus tip, I'll kind of explain why. And as a bonus tip, I'm going to use waterfowl as my example. Yes, you can go out and shoot waterfowl on an overcast day and you'll come home with some good shots, but I don't think it's the best light for waterfowl. The main reason being is because of the watercolor. One of the main components of a waterfowl shot is the water itself. And the color of the water that the waterfowl is often sitting on top of is going to be reflecting the color of the sky. And if the sky is a dull, gray, boring color, then the water is going to be a dull, gray, boring color. And this can make your waterfowl shot look kind of flat and boring. So a personal thing for me is I like the waterfowl shot to be more vibrant. I want the watercolor to have that nice golden tone to it, where the bird in the water and it just flashes and it looks amazing, versus just a flat, boring gray, which is just so easy to capture. It's kind of like a bird in flight with a blue sky. They're kind of boring. So that's why I think waterfowl should be saved for more of a golden hour type day, which actually I'm going to be creating a video about it very soon, and I'm going to put it up here somewhere that you can check out. So that's the main reason I believe that songbirds are great for overcast days. Well folks, that's all the tips I have for you today. I got lots more tips in my free little ebook, my bird photography cheat sheet, link in the description below. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff, and I'll see you next time.